Hi, good afternoon. My name is Arun Jial. Today is 16th of March 2026 and I'm a mutual fund distributor based in Rishikesh. As you know me, I try to make videos as well. The idea is that we can stay connected and share some knowledge and information. So, as we are speaking today, the hot topic is the ongoing conflict in Middle East and Iran is fighting with US or Israel and the things are going from bad to worse. But in when the conflict got started on 28th of February 2026, I got a call from my client and he wanted to ask me that why isn't it a good idea that I should liquidate my mutual funds today and I can enter later. So I said no to her and I tried to explain why I said no to her. So the topic is that market has fallen more than 10% since the conflict has started. Why we didn't exit on the day one. Uh, I made a video earlier about that as well. That was a different topic, but today uh, it's about why we didn't exit on the day one when we knew that the fighting is gonna go there. First of all, you need to understand that nobody knows the turning points and nobody knows when the conflict will end and nobody knows that when market will go up. So what we are doing here, if we do liquidate on the day when we are doing the gambling, you'll end up by paying more exit. You'll end up by paying 1% exit load. You'll end up by paying short-term capital gains, and if the market goes up, then you will sell at lower price and buy at higher price. So you will get lower units. So it doesn't make any good sense to do that. And you have to understand that timing markets seems very easy in the hindsight. Today, as we speak, after 15, 16 days of the war, we see market has tanked 10% now. Anybody can say today that it was a good choice to exit, but nobody knew at that point of time that uh, how long it's gonna go. From here also, nobody knows how long it's gonna go. It can end today, it can end in 6 months. But mind you, one thing is for sure that world will not end and people will adopt to situations as we have done in the past. And you have to understand that missing market recovery can be very, very costly. What I mean by that is that if you would have exited on the day one and the conflict would have ended in 1 week like it did in the last year, there was a 12-day war, and same with Indo-Pak conflict. If if the con- if the conflict would have ended in a sooner fashion, then what would happen? You would have missed the days of high recovery, and the recovery comes very, very fast. You may not be able to chase that. Also, there is no tool to gauge entry or exit point. That is why there are many traders and technical analysts who burn their hands every day. 95% of people who are trading lose their capital. So there is nobody knows entry or exit point. The idea is to stay invested 365 days. And also you have to understand that wealth is only and only created by staying invested. When you are invested for a longer duration, these things will happen. If you have more cash, do invest, but never try to time the market, as I always say. So what I said, the topic was that why it didn't make a good sense to exit on the day one. And the point which I gave in favor of that is that nobody knows exactly when things gonna get settled, and market timing seems very easy on the hindsight, but uh, on real time basis it's next to impossible. Also, missing recovery days can be very, very costly for a retail investor because recovery can come very fast. And you have to understand that there is no tool to gauge the entry or exit point. No technical analysis can help you. I am a long-term investor. I believe in long-term, so I don't do these things. I'm not an advocate of these things. And data always says that people who are going for short-term loses big time. And you have to understand that wealth is created by staying invested. Stay invested in whole summer, winter, and rainy season. stay invested for a longer duration, you will do wonders for yourself. So don't try to time the market. Always spend time in the market. If you have any queries or questions, do write to me. I'll try to answer them. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.